Hi, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Dream. Okay. We're gonna do a reading for sign of Sagittarius. So I had to literally just press the record button so that I can get this video out, so I can get this reading out, because I want to say, excuse me, I had to, let me get adjusted. I be so busy. I sometimes just be preoccupied. Sometimes I get very distracted. So it's one of the, or the other. So I've been trying to get this reading out for a little while now and kept getting sidetracked, okay? So I had to literally just press the record button and just say I'm gonna do Sagittarius reading, okay? So been very busy times. So you want to be sure that we are being productive, okay? Because we could be like doing a lot of what they'll call ripping and running, like here and there, trying to even, do our little to-do list and get everything done. But then at the end of the week, the end of the month, we look back and so many things went undone, okay? I'm just feeling like prioritizing, reprioritizing. So, what has been important, you have other things, you have something else that takes precedence of what the priority have been. Maybe the priority or the routine have been a certain way all year, or like for the last couple of years or something, and now you're really having to rebalance, readjust, redo, reset, reevaluate. That re. So that's like a redo. Yeah. The second time around, the third time around. So for some, you're doing something the third time around. Like this is your third attempt at something, of getting it re-going, restarted. This is your third attempt. All right. So right now I'm going to clear my energy field. Yes, clear your energy field even right now. Whenever you come to watch this video, leaving nothing but your very own energy, okay? Right now, I would like to pick up a little bit energetically on the energy of the sign of Sagittarius. That's whether you're a Sagittarius sun, moon, or rising. Sagittarius ascending sign even. I would like to pick up on your energy field, see what you have going on, things you can look out for, things you can better prepare for. Yes, so those are the intentions. That's my intent with this reading for the signs of Sagittarius, okay? And putting things off. Maybe perhaps you're dealing with a Libra, you're dealing with a Leo. Then putting things off. Okay, so this is what I'm picking up on. So let's just say that this is a business idea, a business venture, some type of career, some type of idea or project. So this is a project that you started, or you've been wanting to get going ever since like August. So that would be like Leo time. So that's what, July is at the end of July, beginning of August. So around that time, you've been brainstorming a certain idea. Yes. Since around Leo season. Yeah, so that's like 8-8. I'm thinking of the 8-8 portal now. Yeah. So maybe that was a good season for you. Beginning of August was a real good season. Well, what happened in August? Something happened in August. Something happened Leo season. But here recently, so from the beginning of August to the beginning of October, something transpired. Something transpired. You had something to happen. What happened? What has happened during this time? How much time is that? September. Okay, so that's not long at all. So you got something started. You started brainstorming something, but you got sidetracked. You got distracted. So yeah, it's time to implement a new strategy, a new way of getting this going. It's time to pick that ball back up. Yeah. And get it going. So for some there was a divorce. There was a divorce, so whether it was a finalization of a divorce or the beginning of a divorce, but for some it was a divorce. Somewhere between the time of August to October, there was a divorce. Yes. Yes. So whether this is you or someone that you're dealing with, this is a person I feel like they went from Peter Pan to a king. All right, this is someone that basically grew up. They grew up. They came out of, or you came out of, I hear stagnancy, but you came out of a stagnant way of thinking. Like you allowed yourself to think differently. And a lot of times that's all growing up is. Growing up is allowing yourself to think differently. Different from the way you always have thought. You allow yourself a new perspective. So, went from Peter Pan to a man. Who is that? Okay, I'm trying to record a video. Give me a second. So now I'm thinking of Life Jennings' song. Peter Pan. What is it like to grow to never land? Okay, so what is it like being in love? Don't stop, wait a minute. Don't you be putting my woman in it. She ain't got nothing to do with this fool. She a deacon and she chills in the pulpit. Okay, so Sagittarius. Okay, so there was a divorce. Grew up in your mind. So I'm feeling like this divorce was a long time coming. So maybe it was a long drawn out divorce, or maybe it was a long time getting to the words or even the paperwork, like the actual divorce. Like, you've been, the marriage has been declining, has not been in a good space for a very long time. Like the whole love of the relationship had been gone. It's like maybe like nobody wanted to say what needed to be said. Nobody wanted to, divorces, they say divorces are never easy. I guess separation of anything that once was good once upon a time, and now separating that is never a very simple task, probably for neither party, but probably at least a lot of times it'd be for one person. Like, it'd be one person wanting to, it's still not easy for them, but they're wanting to get out of the marriage. But then there's always one other person who is insisting that they don't. But it's like, you know, have you not been here with me? Like, this has not been good. This has not been a good situation. So how are we not in agreement with getting out of this not good situation that hasn't been good for a long time? So there we are with that. Yeah. So even if this is not like an actual divorce, this is just like a completion of a long-term relationship, right? Someone you definitely looked at as your wife or your husband. Like, this has been your person for a very long time. And there's no longer happiness. There's no longer growth. There has been a stagnancy in the relationship. Yeah. Okay. What else we have for Sagittarius? Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you what card just popped out. The card that popped out while I was shuffling was mentally ill. Yeah. 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 Then we have, yeah, we have loop and cycle. Yeah. So just like I'm continuing to discuss this one matter of divorce, I feel like beating a dead horse. I feel like that was the type of relationship that you began to be in. You know, again, it wasn't like this the entire time. You know, at one point it was good. Things were good. Things were nice. You were happy. You were fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? Y'all enjoyed each other. But then after a minute, it begins to be a loop or a cycle that you're in. Like, you're only in it and you're staying in it because that's what you know. Because that's what you've done. That's what you've been doing. So, you know, to get the mind to develop another perspective, to see another idea, another way of seeing things is not easy. But somewhere in there, a new idea was allowed. And that was like breaking a cycle. You had to break a cycle. And that's what that divorce did. You know, divorces are often frowned upon. They're, you know, you're told, like, even dealing like with a lot of different religions, like you're told like that the Bible says, or that, you know, God don't like divorces, you know. And it's like, you know, does God not like divorces, or did someone put in and implement into the Bible that, you know, that you don't divorce, you know? Or, you know, is that all the Bible says about divorce? Or, you know, or was that something that was like passed down in history, like, you don't divorce? Yeah, so you don't divorce, you stay unhappy in your marriage. Yeah, you know, that's Bible, you know. that's Bible, I suppose, you know. But it's all about a matter of opinion, I suppose, right? For me, I would always tell someone to do what you feel, what you really feel, not just what you feel, because sometimes you can have a moment of feeling. If you react off every feeling, I mean, man, you're gonna be in the wrong place at the wrong time. But whatever you're really feeling, you know, you wanna really feel through it. You want to give yourself time, and you want the mind. You want it to logically make sense. You want the heart. You want your heart to agree. Okay? They're going to say, you know, do whatever makes you happy. Sometimes we've been so sad and mad and angry and upset so long in life that we don't even know what to feel happy feels like. So we don't know what will make us happy. Yeah. DNA activation. So let me tell you, Sagittarius, let me tell you. So I'm gonna tell you what's been going on with Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you guys have been tapping into a more seriousness, a serious side of yourself. You have been wanting to learn. You've been wanting to learn like new things. You've been wanting to expand. That's a good word. You've been wanting to expand your knowledge and your wisdom. Like you found yourself probably reading books. You found yourself watching different type of shows, or even YouTube videos that you have never watched. Like the topic is around things that you have never really just been into before, or maybe you've been into it but you've never just allowed yourself to receive the information from it. So you have been finding yourself really wanting to expand. Yeah. Yeah. They say all good things must come to an end. Now here I am. I still find myself on some Life Jennings. Because Life Jennings, was it? I don't know if it's the same song, but Life says something about the only thing that is constant is change. Something like that. You know, song. The only thing that's constant is change. Like that's the only thing that you can bet on. That's the only thing you can rest assured in. Is that things will change. For better or worse, for good or bad, for pleasant, not pleasant, for in which way. We're not sure all the time. But what you can guarantee is that things will change. Things gonna change. So we have divorce, we have looping cycle, we have rich. We have DNA activation at the bottom of the deck. When you're in a relationship and you're growing, or just in life period, and you're growing at whatever rate, whatever the pace, does not matter. But you're growing. In whatever area, you're growing. But then you look around, or that's kind of what growth is too, though. You look around and you want to take knowledge on, if in a relationship, you want to see whether or not that person that you're with, that significant other, your mate, if they're growing as well. They should be, per se, I guess should be growing as well. Maybe not at the same pace as you, maybe not in the same area as you, but you can look and say, they're growing. But oftentimes what happens in a relationship is you have one person that something happened, something transpired and throughout life. So the timing came in life, and that person decided to grow up, to gain a new perspective on something and grow. But the mate you've been with 5 years, 10 years, 2 months, however long, let's just say, no, this probably overspended time. But you look and your mate is really not growing. They're still thinking the same, it's the same, they have the same, like, programming, the same systematic programming. Like, they're not allowing themselves a new way of thinking. They're continuing to do things the way they was doing things when you met them. But you have allowed yourself to implement new ideas and new strategies, and like to look at things differently with life, some of it might not make sense to you, but you're allowing the idea in, but you're looking, your partner, they got the same ways about yourself. So what's going to happen if you continue on with a person that, I mean, they could at some point catch on and begin to change and get a new idea and grow up. They could after some time. But I'm telling you about growth. As you grow, within your growth, you no longer want to be attached to. You no longer want to be surrounded by things and people that are not growing. So Sagittarius, I feel like you growing, you expanding, and you've been having to drop some people. Like you ain't nothing you gotta say. You ain't even gotta tell them. You ain't gotta tell them, hey, I'm gonna have to let you go. Before you know it, like y'all just no longer talk. Y'all no longer deal with each other no more. Like the relationship has changed. Yeah. Yeah. So what you caught on to is that this loop and this cycle that you was in with someone that you look at as a child, as a baby. Infant came out. So that could go two ways. Was holding you back financially. Yeah. It was almost instant. Once you started the ball rolling on this divorce, it was almost instant. Your finances began to improve almost instantly. Another way I could see this is there was a child, there was an infant. It came out that this infant, so this may not have been the first child. Yeah, this may not have been the first child. They come to find out that that child was not yours. That child is not yours. Was not yours. So what I'm saying is you had at least one child before that you had to get a paternity test on, or that come to find out that child was yours. So now here's the second child, and you had to get a paternity test, and perhaps that second child wasn't yours. So okay, I'm gonna say it again. So the first child, you for whatever reason, you felt the need to get a paternity test. Maybe that child was yours, but you felt the need. Something happened in the relationship where you like, hey, I got to get this baby confirmed. The baby could have came out to be yours though, but here you are again. You running into the same type of situation where, hey, I got to get this one confirmed. Okay. So now it began to be a cycle of your, watchers. Yeah. What is this, a Sagittarius with watchers? It's like, yes. Like somebody's watching your money. Somebody's watching your money. Someone's counting your money. Can't teach an old dog new tricks. Someone's watching your money. Yeah. Yeah. So one has a rich mind, and one has an infant mind. Remember, mentally ill came out earlier. So one has a rich mind, and one has an infant's mind. Mindset, way of thinking. Leo came out again. So Sagittarius, perhaps you're dealing with a Leo person. So let's talk about being rich, okay? You have a rich mind. You're like, oh, he ain't rich. Oh, no, she ain't rich. But to have a rich mind, that means you are a naturally creative person, okay? You are a abundant thinking person. You are a more optimistic thinker type person. Okay, you have the ability, you have the potential to go and get wealth. All right. So now what often happens with these type of people that have rich thinking throughout life, they get attached to people that put them into loops and cycles. That hinders them and keeps them from increasing, from gaining. Yeah. It keeps them stagnant. That keeps them in poverty. Sagittarius, do not be the old dog that can't learn any new tricks. Don't let that be you. Yeah. So we have some that you have people that's they call them watchers. And you know, we start thinking that we just regular people. We just start, oh, I'm just me. And we don't really, I've talked about this in numerous other videos that I had. We have to really know who we are and begin to accept who we truly are, so that we're not blindsided about what is being done by thinking that you're just a nobody. Think you're just, I'm just me. I'm just, it's, oh, ain't no, it's, I'm just. And you're never fully realizing who you truly are. To know the depths of what people will do, childish people will do, to keep you down, to keep you depressed, to keep you without. Okay? If you have something good going on in whatever area, a relationship, a career, in life in general, if you got a system that's good, you got something good going on, don't let nobody from the outside, watchers, I call them watchers, don't let watchers come and tell you, make you think, make you look at things as if you don't have it good, when you know you do. When it's been working, you've been good. What you got going on is good. But now you let watchers come in, childish watchers come in and infiltrate your thinking. Okay? Childish and ghetto is what they is.